Giving of yourself and giving to others will multiply, amplify, and you will grow into a receptive, open clearness, so that not only it will redo and rechannel and renew you, but you will act like a beacon of light, highly lit up on this high electrovoltage power, so that you will be able to inspire others. Others will be able to take on more progressive steps, and that's what we do. We stand on one another's shoulders. So there's scenes where in a diet that was like Hippocrates. Hippocrates' diet is about 85% sprouted foods, and that's what it seems. It's called biogenic diet. In Bhagavad Gita, you find they talk about 3 tiers of dietary levels: the tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic. The tamasic gets cooked, overcooked, and those individuals are such that they're not even suitable for intellectual work or anything that involves other than manual labor. The couch potato. Then you have the second level was the meat and stimulating type of food. These are rajasic. These are the warriors. These are crazy men that go around raging wars against other countries, against other people, creating depopulation. Out of control. Non-sustainable. And then the last is sattvic. Sattvic is eating foods as offered in Genesis I-29. Foods from the Bible. Foods from God, the creation, the goddess, the Mother Earth. These are the foods that have the right vibration to give you sustainability, not only of your own body, but peace and love and joy. And love your body is where it comes down to. You honor your body by giving life. Jesus said, from life comes life, from death comes death, in the Essene Gospel of Peace, which Professor Sekeli extrapolated. You realize the Essenes were living 400% longer than the average for that whole area? That's according to historian Josephus. And they were leading lives like at Hippocrates, where we see every kind of degenerative disease going into healing and remission and beautiful rebuilding. We had one young man that I became friends with the health educators. He had ulcerative colitis about 4 months ago. He got on the Hippocrates program, and he was at that time just skin and bones. Well, guess what? 4 months later, I meet him again. I come back to Hippocrates. He's now with the health educators, and he's 50 pounds heavier, all muscle mass, totally healed. And that story is repeated over and over. It's a matter of making that commitment, being consistent, taking those action steps. You can do it. There's no limit to what you can do. As they say, there are no incurable diseases, only incurable personalities. Well, and that is so true. You go around in our culture, the personalities have been warped by so much stress and social abuse, to the point where right now the largest segment of disease in any hospital is much greater than all the other diseases together is in mental disorders. Yet in my book I quote the research from Moscow Psychiatric Institute, where they treated successfully all mental disorders, depression, manic depression, anything, you name it, singularly with fasting, exercise, and a plant-based diet. As long as they maintain those 3 components, the reversal was complete. Yes, plant-based diet, detoxification and cleansing. The animal protein makes crazy you. Now it has been recognized also by the medical community. Harvard Medical School published the results in May 23rd, 2002 in a New York Times Science section. And it said, everybody who is on standard American diet is saturated, and they were able to identify this because of increased microscopes by the cooking monster. They're totally sludged out with cooked food monsters in the body called twisted proteins. They're a bunch of weird proteins. They don't know where it's coming from, but everybody's saturated on SAD diet, standard American diet. And they said that is causing a non-stop 24/7 inflammatory conditions, and it is probably responsible for every degenerative diseases, from cancer to Alzheimer's to schizophrenia to manic depression to cardiovascular diseases. They don't know where the answer lies. Well, in comes in, everybody in the medical community will be in total agreement with this statement, which is, if you could only jumpstart the immune system, you probably could cure every disease. Well, what is interesting in today's Health, which is in 1962, which is the mainstream journal of the Journal of American Medical Association, they said probably all diseases are due to missing and or faulty enzymes. In 1994, in the pharmacology Bible that the pharmacists refer to for prescriptions, it states the greatest promise in this era is in the field of therapeutic enzymology as far as helping the sick. And John Nesbitt, the author of a book called Megatrends, you probably have heard, 10 New Directions, well, he stated very clearly, he says, as far as this century is concerned, he projected the impact of enzymes will, in the field of biology, will supersede the total influence of chemistry and physics together over the previous 100 years. Wow. Enzymology. And the flagship nutrient of the raw food kingdom is enzymes. Enzymes are sensitive to fire, to heat. Anything over 120 degrees causes enzymes to be converted into a protein, which is good for supplying amino acids, but it doesn't do any of the enzymatic therapeutic work in your body. Your body has over 5,000 different enzyme systems. Most of it in the metabolic, about 20 enzymes are involved in digestion and immune system functioning. The rest of them are in metabolism. Everything that goes on in your body is enzyme dependent. You need more and more enzymes. You want to get younger, more vital, make your body flexible, let go of all the congestion and stiffness. When I was much younger and I was consuming a lot of dairy products, Anna Schwartz of the King Gustavs was doing 25-year research study that showed and published in Acta Scandinavia, which is the official medical journal of Scandinavian countries, published her results and showed that by the consuming of pasteurized dairy products, 85% of arthritis it has caused. And of course, now they've seen that type 1 diabetes, asthma, stupidity, all these things are related to the consumption of pasteurized dairy products. You can go to an internet website entitled notmilk.com. Stop all the pasteurized dairy. And if you're going to consume dairy products, get raw goat's milk products. That's the least difficult as far as the overall digestion and least likely to leave track marks. When I was much older than I am right now, it would have been next to impossible, something like that, for an arthritic person. And I'm in my 70s and enjoying my life. If I was in my 20s, life is good because when you do good, life becomes better and better and better. So I spent most of my life in old age diseases. I'm talking about arthritis, cardiovascular disease. I had cancer and tumors. My face was covered with acne, pimples, and also I suffered from to the point where I was held back 3 years. It was called I was called intellectually challenged. I think that's what they call it. In other words, stupid, I guess. Then I discovered fasting. I discovered meditation. And all of a sudden I became another person altogether by 17. And then eventually that became sporadic. But eventually in my 30s I started developing a vegan lifestyle approach. And that became more and more consistent. It took many years to kind of get things together for myself because I carried a lot of emotional baggage.